Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Okay, so we have started. So previous class we have to discuss in our control system. This is block diagram techniques. Okay, block diagram reduction techniques, and we have learned different types of block diagram reduction rules also. Okay, so last class we have to discuss this eighth rules of the block diagram reduction technique, and rest of the rules we have to discuss today also, and then we have to practice one by one problems. Okay, so everyone take a exercise books and pen or pencils also, because here are different types of examples we have to show. Okay, so please all of you note down it carefully, and because it is also practices all of you at the timing of class timing. Okay. Okay, so we have discussed the previous 8 rules also. So those who have not present in previous class, so please go through the YouTube channel video, and there we have to upload it in the channels also, and everyone see this carefully. So today we will discuss that is another rules. So this is a basically a shifting of a summing point from a position before a block to a position after the block. So I just drawing, then the diagram you have to clear also. This is a summing point, all of you known. Then we have to connect it, that is controller part or plant or process, something like that. Then we have to connect it from here output, and on another one systems we have to connect it from this. So this is excess, this is input, first one, that is RS, this is positive, and we have to connect it here positive, either positive or negative. Okay, then this is process or plant, that is controller part. So this position we have to changes from here to here. Okay, so these are the basically changes, these positions we have to changes from here to here. So here previously, that is a CS. What is the CS? CS is the output of the control actions. So easily we have to know, previously we have to solve this input and output relations between a transfer functions ratio. So we have to easily written in that, and into that is the controller part, because here you can see these are the basically two input signal. One is the RS, another one is the XS also. Okay, so this RS and XS, these two types of inputs we have to attachable here, and here this is also positive, and this XS is either positive or negative. So that's why we have to uses these two symbol, that is positive and negative. Okay, and this is also go through the one process or plant also. Okay, so this is the basically GS we have to denote it here. So this is output signal, that is CS, that is equal to RS plus minus XS multiplication, that is GS also. So we can easily write these equations. Sorry. some little bit problem arise. This is RS GS plus minus XS into GS. This is the output sections of the complete equations. So now the question is here, that is shifting a summing point. This is a summing point. Shifting a summing point from a position before a block. So this is a basically block. So we have to shift this summing point after this block. Okay, so the finally figure it is coming. These are the basically controller part. My voice is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is another summing point. Those we have shifted after the block. Then it is the output equation, that is the output term. And here we have to attach, that is we have to attach another input sections corresponding to the another controller part or process or plant. This is XS. This is also positive negative. Then first input we have to attach, that is RS, and this position now it is name is changes, that is A. The output signal from here from the controller part, that is RS into GS. Okay, this is also positive part. So now this position, that is also B, because it is dotted line I am showing here. We have to changes this summing point, this point to this point after this controller part or block part. And this is the complete equation, that is the output, that is CS equals to RS GS, first one, then positive and negative, both signs we have to use from these sections. This is XS, another one also GS. Okay, because here you can see, so this is the basically another input sections, positive negative, and this is the first one RS. So we have to easily changes this summing point, this position to this position after this block. So when we have to changes, that is this type of diagram we have to coming, but the answer, that is the output of that equation, that is a transfer function, it is same as to the previous one also. Okay, it is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this type of rules we have to apply when we have to solve the problems also. Next, we have to go then next. Next, number 10. Number 10, we have to show so this is a shifting a summing point from a positioner after a block to a position before the blocks. Okay, just wait. So the problem is my here. Rule number 10. So you have to show the diagram, then you have to clear the total idea. So this is the one controller part, that is GS. This is also RS. Next, we have to attach here one summing point. Then the output part from here, and this is another input sections, that is axis. This is positive, negative. Okay. So here the output is, that is the RS and GS also. So now we have to shift it. That is, we naming this position, that is summing point B, and here that is also A. So now we have to changes this summing point before the controller part or before the block. This is vice versa of previous rules. So this is basically output equation, that is CS equals to, it is RS GS plus minus XS. It is clear, all of you? Because here you can see this XS is after this controller part. So that's why we have to only written here plus minus XS. But first one, that is RS into GS. This RS is go through the process or plan, that is RS GS. Clear? So now this rule we have to changes this summing point. It is changes from this one to this one place. That means the before the controller part or before the block part. So what is the basic diagram is coming next? So this is first one. So now we have to shifted this summing point from the previous as per directions. This is controller part. Then we have to connect it output from here. This is another input part. Another controller part we have to attach. So first, this is RS. We have to given here positive also. This is positive, negative point, and this is 1 by GS. Okay, this is XS, that is another input section we have to attach here. So here the equation is coming, that is also 1 by GS, that is the controller part, and this is the another block we have to shift it from the previous lines. So here the equation is coming RS plus minus XS into 1 by GS, because this is the XS plus minus XS into GS, that is a 1 minus GS also here. Now finally you have to return here what is the basic output from here. Okay, that is CS. This is equal to RS plus, that is the XS into G1 by GS. This is also minus, plus minus, both signs are here also. Another one, that is also GS. So this is basically complete output equation from here. Okay, so here you can see basic difference. This summing point, it is shifted from the before the block. So that's why the block is coming from this position to this position, and summing point, it is positioned before the block. So these are the basically changes when you have to any block diagram reduction rules we have to apply of any problems. So now we have to solve this equation, that is also RS into GS plus minus GS and GS is cutting down, so only that is XS. Okay, so this is the basically complete output function from these equations. Okay, so this is clear, all of you? So here we have to solve this summing point, it is shifted before the block. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So we can go next. Next, number 11. This is another one, that is shifting a takeoff point from a position before the summing point. So this is a first diagram, that is a summing point, then output from here. This is RS and this is takeoff point. We have to given another one, that is also RS. This is the output sections. So now we have to attach another input section, that is the XS, and positive negative. This is positive. So now this position we have to naming, and it is changes, that is this takeoff point, it is changes to this one point. Okay, so shifting a takeoff point from a position before the summing point to the position after the summing point. That means these are the summing point. Here in this picture, this takeoff point we have to changes after the summing point. Okay, so before changes, the output equation from this equation we have to know, that is RS plus minus XS. It is simple equations. This is RS, then plus minus XS, and this is a one takeoff point, only RS. Okay, now we have to changes this takeoff point. This is called takeoff point. This takeoff point, it is changes this position to this position. Okay, so the equation is coming. Everyone see the summing point, another point also. This is RS. We have to input it here. This is XS plus minus. It is also plus. Then here one changes is here also. Sorry, this is connected. Another summing point we have to attach. Then finally output from here. This is XS, positive negative. This is also positive. So in that case, the output from here, that is CS, that is equal to RS plus minus XS. Another one, this is also RS. Okay, now here you can see this takeoff point, it is changes from this position to this position. So this is takeoff point, previous one. So this point is changes from position of B. So this position name is here B. So this is the basically process when you have to changes any takeoff point after the summing point. This is previous one. It is same as this one, and this summing point, it is changes another summing point, and this the previous one output, it is connected this one to this one also, and another part, this is complete controller output position we have to receive from here. Okay, so this point, it is changes from this takeoff point to the another point. This type of rules we have to apply in our given different types of problem. Okay, it is clear, all of you? So now we can go next, another one. Number 12, shifting a takeoff point from position after a summing point to position before the summing point. Okay, that means we have to draw, that is, it is a summing point, then we have to apply here. This is another one we have to apply, that is RS. This is positive, this is XS, positive and negative also. So now this position, that is this takeoff point, we have to changes before the summing point. Okay, So previously we have to written here the output of the following functions. This is rs plus minus xs. This is also another one. This is rs plus minus xs. This is same. This one and this one is same. So now in this equation we have to changes this takeoff point. This point we have to changes before the summing point. Okay. So this is very easy. So when you have to changes, that means summing point. This is first one. Then another summing point we have to attach for the second operations. Okay. This is x's. Then finally output from here and another output from here. This is okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just wait. Aarti Ashima, please, you have to, right now you have to host. So please, you have to change host to me. Aarti, please response me. Aarti Ashima.